everyone to the grand finals of the online World Cup between Sweden and Germany. And with me today I have Handsome Dan.
Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you guys are ready for this riveting final. It's gonna be a good one. I think this is an unorthodox matchup that you're not gonna see every day. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, we have a treat in store for you.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I imagine it's going to be quick and dirty, to say the least. It's going to be Unicorn with HMT Stronghold, which is, of course, what most Unicorn... I would even hazard to guess all Unicorn players play at this moment. And it's up against Scorpion with Kyuden Bayushi Stronghold, which means it's going to be two pretty aggro decks just duking it out against each other.
Yeah, I can safely say that I've never seen this matchup played before, so it's gonna be a first for me too. I mean, you don't see many unicorns in general, and then Kyuden Bayushi obviously is pretty disfavored, or has been disfavored in the past, just because of the other stronghold is so much better. But I guess taking a look at the deck list right now. So we have Unicorn on Crab Splash. He's on rebuild, so that'd be pretty good for getting those Shiotomi encampments back in, and also getting those yurts back in for some emergency honor boost or some emergency fate boost.
Yeah, worth to keep in mind here is that this is pre the December restricted list changes, so we do see Unicorn with both Charge and Feast or Famine in the deck.
And rebuild.
And Rebuild. Of course, Rebuild is actually now on the list. I forgot that.
Yeah, so Unicorn definitely running at a little bit higher power level than they normally should be, but on the other hand, taking a look at Scorpion, we see him actually being completely legal for the current restricted list.
Yeah, there is no Fate Worse Than Death, no Forced Edict. It is running Charge. Also worth noting here is that the Kyuden Bayushi build runs 3 Peasants Advice, which could be like an interesting situation when it's up against Shitomi Encampment, because the Peasant's Advice doesn't even discard the card, it just shuffles it back in the deck, so it basically stops Rebuild from working as well.
Yeah, it's actually... I don't know if that was what Wydwen intended when he made this deck, but it's certainly something that can come into play in this matchup for sure.
I think Peasant's Advice is merely there to have a on-demand dishonor of one of your own characters that also provides you with scouting, which is excellent if you intend to go aggressive and there's like, oh, this province, I can't hit this province right now. I think that's pretty much all there is to it. Also, interesting cards from the Scorpion player is Oni Mask.
Yeah, Oni Mask, definitely something you don't see every day, but it's a good blanking effect. If you're not going to have...
Cloud.
Yeah, if you're not going to have Cloud. It's not as efficient as Cloud is, but it's definitely there, and can be kind of useful, I guess.
I mean, it does actually provide +1 military, which is nothing to scoff at, really.
Yeah, that actually came into play in the last match that we casted together for Wydwen. The +1 military was actually pretty relevant, and I think, yeah, it was the match against Noman in the Canada versus Germany match. And Noman had actually had to calling in favors the Oni Mask in order to get the +1 military buff.
Interesting thing, I would imagine with Oni Mask you would have the card that, Ignoble Enforcers. Of course it's a bit scary on Kyuden Bayushi, but he doesn't run it. He does run 3 Bayushi's Whisperers, which is interesting. But with Charge it makes a little bit of sense, right?
Yeah, for sure. So, let's see.
So we're just waiting for the players to arrive at this point. I don't think there's anything else really out of the ordinary here with yeah.
Oh, actually, no. One thing to note is that Wydwen is on Spiza Court. Did you talk about that?
No, I did not talk about Spicy Court. Spicy Court is, of course, really spicy, also because it's like a hand choke and activates the Kyuden Bayushi, like dishonor a guy, ready it up, have it attack again or defend.
Yeah. And it's a card that was definitely a lot more popular in the core set, back when there weren't as many good conflict cards, but it sort of faded away as time went on. You know,
it's also less good in like just everyone slam 5-bit meta.
Yeah, you know, discard 2 isn't that devastating, but
It
you
can
can
be.
see that at times it is relevant when, you know, if you're going to discard something key like a duty or something to that effect, then
Yeah, or
yeah,
you,
Spies of Core definitely can be pretty impactful.
yeah, or you can just when you hit with it, you could just like if you go for an Earth Ring at the same time, that's 3 cards gone. Now, even if you bid 5, 3 cards, that will hurt you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
Let's see. Yeah. Oh no, Wydwen's here now. Okay.
Oh,
So,
cool. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go. I'm gonna let them know if that we're good to go. Wydwen is here. It's going to be an interesting game to say the least.
Oh, one thing about the Scorpion, not the Scorpion, the Unicorn deck that we we didn't talk about is that his Void Province is appealing to the fortunes. So that's a little bit a departure from the norm.
That's the one
Usually you see
that
people
brings
on-
in an extra character, right?
Yes, it brings in a character whenever it's broken. So there, I'm not a big fan of this province just because like sometimes there's some weird interactions with the Water Ring, but with Unicorn, especially if you're going to be running Charge, right, you're going to have a lot of impactful characters that can just come in and then do stuff immediately. Very strong characters like Minamikaze Regulars or like the Master of the Swiftways can come in and do some tricky stuff there.
Absolutely. Of course, there are situations where you might not afford Charge, for instance. Like if you want to just play a couple of Spyglasses or whatever and don't really have the money for Charge. It could be a decent one. And the break effect happens, like it's an interrupt, so you get to put in the character before the opponent gets to decide if he wants to discard it. So it's not so bad if it's like a powerful character that just sits on it. It's going to be a very interesting game. It's basically going to be, can Unicorn get Hisumori to read off in a timely manner to get sort of like a break lead against the Scorpion, because the Scorpion is probably going to have a bunch of really strong...
What a flop. Jeez. Alright, so we saw Wydwen mulligan. He mulliganed 4 cards from the Dynasty, and he got this, what I would describe as kind of a trash hand, this trash Dynasty flop to start with.
No.
So
He's obviously sitting on like double charge, right?
I would hope so. I don't know. I don't know if this is what he wanted, but he has 2 Yoritomos, and so Yoritomo's effect is that he gains +1/+1 for each fate in your fate pool. So turn 1, he's not actually going to be that big. I guess he can be at most, what, like
a 9/9.
6? Yeah, I guess. Well,
like if you charge
if you
him,
got charged, yeah, if you got charged.
he's a 9/9. I mean, I don't know about you, but a 9/9 is very decent.
As far as getting straight up bought, I don't think that's gonna happen. But meanwhile, yeah. So we're going to see a Shoju buy instead. Meanwhile, on the other side for
oh right,
DirtyDeeds.
there's no assassination, right?
Yeah, there's no assassination, so you can buy this Border Rider scot-free.
Oh wow, that's going to be interesting. We might see the Oni mask go down just to prevent the reading of the Border Rider. Really. But I imagine this Choju is probably going to break one province on political. Like let's be honest here. That's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, I would have to imagine that's going to happen. So the good thing, so normally, you know, if you buy one character, then one of the problematic things is, okay, you don't have a second character to defend, or you don't have a second character to make a second attack. But with Kyuden Bayushi, if Shoju manages to get dishonored somehow with like Peasant's Advice or something like that, then he can go ahead and ready him again with the
or a Spice. Spice is excellent.
Spies, yeah.
Oh, if he actually hits, I would have like if he hits Feast or Famine here, he's wasted his attack because he's gonna have to pull out with the favorable grounds. If he
hits Upholding Authority, which is not much better, I don't think.
It's better-ish. I mean, we're probably going to see that Spice here at court, so it's going to be okay. I think hit this. Actually, you're going to get off the spice before it breaks. Oh, this is an interaction that haven't been really relevant until now.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, so spies triggers whenever you win, and winning happens before breaking. So
yeah, that's very true. So no defense from the unicorn player here. He is counting on having enough just juice to power through on military.
yeah, and so right now, Wydwen is thinking, okay, he plays a steward a lot at home.
Oh,
I guess he's just gonna go ahead and pre-play stuff now before he breaks, and he's gonna go ahead and take the break here. Let UA resolve. Does he have the spies at court? Yes, he does.
Yeah. I mean, we pretty much knew this. Captive Warriors and Skirmisher gone.
Okay,
That's
those are some pretty hot hits, I think.
I'm a bit surprised.
Captive Audience, especially in this matchup.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised that Captive Audience wasn't perhaps played here.
I think he just didn't think it was worth it. He just wanted to go ahead and let UA. And even if he played Captive Audience here, right, it showed you still breaking by himself because he has 3.
Oh yeah, but at least you don't have to worry about Captive Audience. I mean, not Captive Audience, Spies at Court, but whatever. This way, showed you is Dishonored, I guess, but that's like actively bad. Is there a rally for the Scorpion player? I forgot to look at that.
Scorpion is on rally. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on the stronghold.
You might put it on the row here. It's not too bad to do. Like you just kill this border rider if you do that, if he hits it. So I don't know. I imagine we're going to see a firing here from the Kyuden Bayushi instantly on both shouju. We're probably going to see a firing here from the unicorn player. There's no for shame for the Scorpion player, so I don't think he's going to be able to stop this military attack. Maybe with a Soul Beyond Reproach, but we do get to see his hand. Court games, Katana, Sneak, Oni Mask, Peasant's Advice, and Steward of the Law.
Yeah, so he doesn't have any fate either, so even if he had Soul Beyond Reproach through some magic, he wouldn't be able to play.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to see a double attack here going into Upholding Authority. It's actually not enough to break, but since he's attacking with 2 characters, that will be enough to trigger the Stronghold should Wydwen
only defend with 1 character, yeah.
Or no defense even, too.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. I imagine there's something to buff up for the unicorn player here as well. We could see like Shouju defend and like plonk down a Final Katana and a Oni Mask. That's like a decent defense-ish, I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
It's okay, but it does seem a little expensive, right? So
yeah. Do you honor here with the firing, or do you dishonor the steward?
it depends. Well, I guess if the steward goes in to defend, then you can't dishonor the steward.
Yeah. If the steward defends, you definitely honor the border rider.
I would probably just go ahead and honor the border rider. I think that's the safest play. There's no defense here from Wydwen.
Yeah. Interesting. So we're probably gonna see like a attachment, a buff, a something, because there's no money from the Scorpion player. Like anything you put on this border rider is going to be up for defending, like as well. Right? Like you just ready him up again.
Yeah.
So.
And you'll get the keeper too, so you'll have the keeper available for your other defense.
Oh yeah. So basically, you defend again with the like. If you have an attachment, you attach it to the border rider, defend with the border rider, and then attack again with the keeper, because you don't really care about the keeper getting. Like you can even attack political with the keeper, because then you don't even care if Shouju moves in and kills it, right?
Yeah. I think the big thing right now is he is trying to figure out whether or not he wants to let this break. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks like he's going to. So he's going to put an Invocation of Ash on this border rat. Puts up to 4 strength. That will be enough for the break, and we get to see what's in his hand. Pass from Wydwen.
Neat, and that is the Battle Maiden recruit gone, and we get to see the Upholding Authority. And interesting here to know, like, Did we have an Oni mask? We did have an Oni mask, so he's not actually going to be able to play it and use it before the Border Rider stands again.
Right. Since it is an action that you have to take, you'd have to play the Oni mask first, and then the Border Rider would get a chance to go ahead and stand up, and then at that point you still wasted Oni.
Yeah, absolutely. And you do get the Keeper here. I think she's definitely on the Border Rider. Just have a big body defend. Like, it's even safe against Shoyu now, because he's seen his hand. Like, he knows Shoyu can't even kill it on political. If you, like, want to do the political attack with the Border Rider, right?
Yeah. I mean, even if you did it with the Keeper, like, you know, okay, well, whatever, the Keeper died.
Yeah.
It would just come back next turn.
Yeah. How many military buffs did the... it was a Katana and a Oni mask, right? So that's actually +3 militarily, potentially.
Okay, so we see the Unicorn's hand. It's Charge, Finger of Jade, Ornate Fan, Spread in the Darkness, Spyglass, and Talisman. And Wydwen chooses to discard Charge. I think it's probably fine.
Oh, that's
obviously,
Feast.
I think you probably want Talisman and go... Ooh, wow, okay, Feast. That's fine. Also.
How do you defend this?
He actually currently has no way to
easily
force
defend
the
this.
break.
Yeah, I mean, you could... Spreading the Darkness is for...
It has to be characters you control.
No, shoot. Oh yeah, it's his character you control. Yep, that is very true. Oh, he's actually going to defend with Border Rider. I guess he's counting on the Keeper Initiate to win a water military, perhaps?
Yeah, you can't put it on a political because you know it's just going to die immediately.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine the Keeper Initiate, let's see, he can go up to 5, Shoujo can go up to 4. He's going to win a... Unless he hits Shameful.
Unless he hits Shameful, yes, then that would be kind of devastating.
On the other hand, then Shoujo is spent. So that's good, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, he can't attack again anyway, right? So you don't really mind.
Yeah, but I imagine here that the Unicorn player is probably going to go water with this Keeper Initiate and probably spend the what's his face? The Spreading the Darkness.
Yes.
And next turn, unless Wydwen pulls several calling in favors, this Talisman is going to perhaps cause problems for him, because he's probably going to play a second Spyglass on the Border Rider and just draw cards. Alright, so Unicorn player wins this conflict. I imagine military water is what's going to happen now, because if you go political, you just kill it. Yeah, you just kill it and then you move out and then you have a guy standing.
So yeah, we see the water ring selected here.
And on Yoritomo, is this shameful? Ah, Secret Cache.
So not quite shameful, but he's going to get a fate from it, and he's also going to get to look for a card. He might be able to get Soul Beyond Reproach here.
While that is pretty bad, it's not as bad as shameful. So we'll see. I think it depends on what he pulls, if he's going to defend with Shoujo or not.
Yeah, we've been taking some time right now to think. So what that tells me is, I think if you got Soul Beyond Reproach in those top 5 cards, I would take that immediately and go ahead and defend. But I think right now it looks like he probably didn't get that, and so he's going to have to be a little more conservative.
Yeah. Like, if you defend this, you just... how much can he... He can reduce by 2 with Shoujo, so Border Rider is currently 2... 3, 4, 5, and then you can add another Spyglass, that's 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. He can still break Secret Cache this turn. With the Border Rider. If he defends with Shoujo.
And the Oni Mask goes on to Shoujo.
Maybe he pulled like a Banzai or something. I imagine that's not unreasonable. He pulled a Banzai and he just wants to defend this. Oh yeah.
Okay, there's the Soul Beyond Reproach. Okay.
I forgot
that Oni Mask.
I think the Unicorn player, that's it, right? You can't...
Yeah, this is it. You know his hand already. You know that he's going to beat you on this, so you just go ahead and pass.
Yeah.
All right, so no fifth conflict, and the favor is actually going to be tied here because both players claim 2.
Yeah, that is very true.
I don't think it actually matters in this matchup though. Not as much as. Oh
Mm.
no, it does because Wydwen has 3 sentry.
Holy shit! 2 Whispers and Yoritomo. This is not exactly what you want to see here.
This is the most expensive Dynasty flops I think I've ever seen in my life.
Especially for Scorpion. Ah, and we see a sensible Tetsukubai. Oh wow.
Yeah, I almost wonder if Wydwen is just like not even gonna
Buy anything?
else.
I hope he's going to pull a charge. Or 2. Or 3. Yeah, the problem is now, like, Shoji's actually honored now. Like, he's not going to be able to stand again.
Yeah. So we already saw that he didn't have. Oh no, he had a second Steward of Law, right? Yeah, he had another Steward of Law as well, so he can play that.
Would you
just pass and then
would you play the Battle Maiden recruit here as? Oh yeah. Now you definitely play the Battle Maiden recruit. Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah, no, you play it. Honestly, you could probably even play the infantry if you felt like it.
No, I wouldn't. Not with only mask in play.
I would take that trade. Blank the infantry in exchange for Shoju dying 1 turn earlier.
Okay, fair enough. But he does have a bunch of cards that he wants to play here. Like he wants to probably wants to play like Talisman. He probably wants to play. If Wydwen didn't pull a charge here, Wydwen is actually in trouble, I think.
Oh yeah, I think for sure. And so we're gonna see a triple attack, going void, try to take this Shoju out a little earlier than intended.
And he's not afraid of triggering like Shameful or something here because like oh, you lose 1 skill, how awful. All right, so let's see. No, bring the Border Rider. Do it. Otherwise, it's going to be tough winning this actually.
Yeah, I don't see why not bring the Border Rider. You know, the card stands itself, so why?
Yeah. And from the looks of it, the Scorpion player is just going to make 1 attack. Oh, that's manicured. Oh, that's it. Oh, so the last one has to pretty much be Shameful.
Yeah.
Which means, like, the Scorpion player needs to have something, like, good happen next turn. Otherwise, he's in super trouble. Like, Whisper is going to be gone. The other Whisper is going to be gone. Like, he needs to have a charge in hand. Like, this Yoritomo is going to be huge if he charges him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you care if this Whisper is gone. I don't think you care if Manicure is gone either, honestly, because then the Unicorn, that means the Unicorn is going to get stuck on Secret Cache and Shameful Display, which I think is fantastic.
You know what I suspect we're going to see? If he charges Yoritomo here, I imagine we're probably going to see Unleash. Like, that would be pretty decent play to just, oh, Yoritomo, neat. Now, your Yoritomo is a 3/3 instead of a million.
Alright, yeah, so no defense here. This is the Void Ring, so Shoju. I think Wydwen should just go ahead and use the Oni Mask right now. And wait, oh no, it's only during a conflict, okay. So I guess it doesn't really matter.
Oh, he didn't use the Oni Mask. He did remove the thing from Shoju. He got an extra conflict. That's...
I mean, using the Oni Mask at that point really doesn't make a difference, right? Like,
you could blank the Border Rider.
It's only until the end of the conflict.
Really?
I think, right? Yeah, until the end of the conflict. So
I thought it was until the end of the phase.
Until the end of the conflict.
Wow, that card is actually worse than I thought.
Yes. It's not great.
Yeah, it's certainly is not. Oh, I think readying...
Okay.
Alright, so here's what I think happened. He's not readying this Border Rider because he's afraid of a Watering counterattack. A Watering political counterattack, yeah. And that's a sneak. I imagine we might even see a second sneak.
Yeah, if you drew the second sneak, that would be pretty strong here. Turns off a lot of things for the Unicorn player. He was sitting on 3 Fate, which is always dangerous when you're playing against Unicorn, because that means Cav Reserves can come out.
Yeah.
And that can kind of ruin your morning. or evening.
Another problem here is actually that now you do have fate on the characters, and now Feast or Famine is not really that fun to attack because that fate is going to go on the Border Rider.
Sure, that's fine. But I mean, now that you already know where Feast or Famine is, you can at least avoid it, and then you can go to one of the more desirable provinces to attack, like Appealing to the Fortunes or Border Fortress.
Appealing to the Fortunes is actually pretty bad here because you just get Shahai in.
Yeah, well, so you can actually go Political Water here with your attack and try to find an Appealing to the Fortunes. You put Shahai in.
Not with Goblin Snake.
Not with the Goblin Snake, no. So it looks like you're just gonna poke with military going herb.
I think you play potentially just play Talisman here, and try and perhaps guide him to another province. Or you let this go because you don't really care about.
No, you don't really. I don't think you care.
Like you might do stuff if he actually starts spending cards to break, but I think you're sort of also okay with it breaking. This is like an interesting situation. Like who can raise the hardest? And we have some comments from the chat here that the flops have been less than desirable for the Scorpion player.
Okay, he's gonna use the Border Rider ability right now.
I mean, it makes sense because it's not a water ring, right?
He knows that it's not water at this point. Okay, Wydwen's going for the break here.
I'll be okay with that. I'll steal the fate off the Goblin Snake and put it on the Border Rider. Hell yeah! That Border Rider is huge. I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the way to go about this.
I'll take it. Like as the Unicorn player here, I'll take that for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean as the Unicorn, I'd be like, okay, sure. I mean, I guess the good thing is like, A, you get Shahai out of here as Wydwen, and you're also gonna be up or tying him on breaks. But yeah, losing that one fate is not good. There's a Spyglass and an Invocation to Ash on that thing, and so that thing's gonna be pretty devastating for multiple conflicts.
Yeah. No, 100%. And you attack military water here. Like forces show you to defend. Or you bow him.
Yeah. I really think that Wydwen should have gone for a different province and gone Political Water. I think that would have been the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, this is a mill water, like it's just a screaming military water attack. You might even go for the Shameful because it's a soft province.
Yeah, well, you go for okay. Then well, you just covert. Well, I guess the favorable grounds there.
Yeah,
too.
well, he's
if
gonna
you attack Shameful, it's kind of unimpactful right now, just because Shoju's already honored, and if you send like the Border Rider in, and it's only gonna be -1 skill. So
yeah, that's fine. So you definitely convert.
Peasant's Advice.
Oh, all right. So he wants to ready up the Goblin Sneak.
Okay, that's fine, I guess.
Then you just convert the Snake. Forces him to use favorable ground on the Snake. I mean, you could attack with.
Value.
No. Bring the Border Rider. Bring the Border Rider. For the love of God, bring the Border Rider. Bring the Border Rider. Come on.
Yeah, he's only going in with the skirmisher right now.
No, that's bad.
Okay, he's putting the Keeper in too. That also seems not great.
No,
you just put the Sneak in and then dishonor either one of these characters, and you're going to be up on skill.
There we go. Border Rider's here to save the day. Come on.
Someone in the chat saying, why not go Homer favorable? I don't know. I guess you probably should have, honestly. Void Ring's off the table, so you can't even go Political Void to take it off afterwards. So, yeah, interesting decision. I don't totally follow.
Yeah. No, come on, man. You have to bring the Border Rider. I think this is definitely the correct choice. Bringing the Border Rider here and the Skirmisher. That forces like he at least has to use the favorable ground here to defend. Like if he wants to completely defend this. Otherwise, you're just gonna bow out Shoju anyway, right?
Okay. Yeah, he is gonna bring the Border Rider in, so the Sneak's gonna go in.
And now it's just about who has the most military pumps.
Will we see charge?
Oh, that's an interesting point.
Yoritomo can come in at 9-9 and say no thank you.
Yeah, that is true.
Alright, so Sneak's gonna...
9-9 says no thank you. Yeah, that is very true. We might also see Banzai and Border Rider. That should be fine. There's nothing really that can stop the Border Rider at this point. Is there? Like, there's no assassination, no, like, for shame or anything that could be played. I think this is just okay.
I don't know, this is so... this deck is so weird that I can't really think of it off the top of my head. No, not really. I mean, I guess you could, like, calling in favor or something. That doesn't really do much.
Especially not since he has his talisman as well, like, ready to go.
Yeah, and then this is going to put Wydwen in danger of dying because he's going to be on a stronghold.
I mean,
with the conflict left.
Yeah. You bow out Shouju and just attack with the Keeper Initiate, and you can, like, move the invocations over. I don't know, like, we'll see, definitely. He did have a fan in hand as well. Oh, a second one missing. Now it's definitely less desirable to get in Yoritomo. He also kind of needs to still have Banzai to prevent this break, right?
Okay, fine katana.
Okay, so now it's not breaking. Do we have another weapon from the Unicorn player? Like, anything? Otherwise, I think you're sort of, like, okay with it because you bow out Shouju, right?
Well, so here's the thing, right? So you do bow out Shouju, but if you do make a political attack here, then Shouju can just favorable ground in and just kill the keeper.
Oh, that's fine. I think that's fine. I mean, you have the board for the next turn. And Shouju will be gone, which is, like, a pretty big deal. Yeah, I think this is okay. I mean, ideally you want to break this, but, like, do you even have anything that you can break with now?
It doesn't look like it. I don't think so.
For 0 cost? I don't think so either. I think you just accept this, right? You take the win.
Yeah, I think if you're Unicorn, you're totally fine with this. Like, you're obviously you want it to be on a stronghold at this point in time.
Yeah. It sucks a bit, but it is what it is. We might see a Banzai here from the Scorpion player.
Yeah, there we go. So Banzai will actually prevent Shouju from bowing, which means that he can actually squeeze in an attack here and go up on breaks.
On which one?
Oh, he has Assassinate.
Even assassinating a single one is enough, right?
Yeah, even because they're both at the same skill level, so
yeah,
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he should kill the one with Fate on. Yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow. That is actually spicy.
Okay. But that is it is a little bit dangerous though, because now the Unicorn is on 3 honor.
Oh yeah, but it's highway to the danger zone. Oh wow. Shouju moves in.
Shouju will move in.
That's fair.
Now this also means that they're
Shameful will break, actually. Shameful will break because what will not this attack, but next attack will okay. What kind of conflict characters does the Scorpion player run?
He still has a Steward of Law.
Still a Steward of the Law. Okay. So if he has a Steward of the Law, he's fine. Otherwise, this Keeper Initiate will go air political on Shameful. You will move the invocations.
He also has a Court Games too. So.
What court games? Who?
Wait.
No. He got rid of 2 court games.
He got discarded. Oh, okay, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, so Shameful will actually break this turn unless he has some very specific, like, cards in his hand. You just actually, I think he just moved the invocations of the Ash. He does have a fan as well. Like, if he has a court games of his own, that's fine. Like, the airing here is going to be super impactful if you can get, like, two honor up. I think the Unicorn player should probably bid 3 next turn because he has spyglasses. So like 3 is a safe bid next turn. And I think you just fan up this keeper. And
Oh, he had the third court games.
he had the 3rd court games. Oh, come the fuck on.
Okay, so now the
Excuse my language.
Okay.
Alright, so
There's the
on it fan,
on.
and then you move over the invocations. Now
Well, that puts you. That's gonna put you down to 1 honor for next turn, and then you can only bid 1.
no. Oh,
and you're gonna get the air ring.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah.
So we'll see. Like calling in favors here will seriously screw up the unicorn player. Like huge screw up. Ideally, the unicorn player does play court games, right?
No.
No court games.
No court games.
Oh, we don't find the 3rd court games. All right.
Yeah, and so Wydwen's action right now, Unicorn's still winning the conflict. Steward of Law comes in. Okay.
Okay.
So
I don't think you push this then. I don't think you push this as the unicorn player. I think you pass here.
Well, Wydwen's still actually losing the conflict right now, so he does need to have something else to put him over the edge.
Yeah, no, 100%. But like, you don't push this as the unicorn player at this point.
All right, there's an ornate fan.
Do you think he has a 2nd ornate fan in his hand? That's the big question here, really.
He does only have 2 cards left, and so let's go back to when we saw his hand from the Upholding Authority. Yeah, these are all new cards that he has. We've already seen everything else. So.
Okay, so this is the air ring at least.
Okay, and so he's gonna push it. He's gonna spend the honor to gain an honor and tie the favor too.
Yeah, that's good. For the unicorn player. It's still like in a decently rough spot, but
yeah. And so one thing to note is that since he's only on 3 honor, he can no longer use Unleash the. So if he has that card in his hand right now,
oh, this is an easy turn for the unicorn player. Tetsuka dupe, Border Rider Fate, Youth Fate.
Yeah, and so a lot goes back to, man. Like, I still have no idea why Wydwen chose to attack Feast or Famine. And just give him the fate on that Border Rider, because now there's gonna be 2 of them, and that's pretty difficult to deal with, especially with the Shiotome encampment here.
And the unicorn player should definitely just bid 1 this turn. Like even if he bid 1 and Wydwen bids 5, he has another spyglass in his hand, right? And there will be equal on cards. There will be 7 to 7 cards, and then the unicorn player will be up a bunch of honor that he can spend on like Unleash and stuff. So I imagine here that the unicorn player is probably gonna buy his entire board and use this Shitome encampment unless Peasant Advice come down and get rid of it. I'm okay. Yeah, so see, it's Tetsuka dupe. I think we're gonna see Border Rider and Youth getting played, and I think the unicorn player should bid 1. I don't agree with Youth being played with 0. Oh right, it's to sacrifice.
Yeah, it's
ignore me. The unicorn player should bid 1, maybe 2 if he feels. Oh, 3. That's a bit ballsy. But it's a good call. Like being down to 1 honor, that feels like if the Scorpion player would have bid 1, he would have been down to 1 honor. That would have been rough.
Yeah. And so one thing that you have to keep in mind too is that Wydwen actually kind of wanted to bid high because he wanted to tank his honor too, so that way his stronghold actually gives him +1/+1 whenever he uses it.
That is very true.
Alright, and so Wydwen is first player this turn. He knows where the border fortress is, we don't. But obviously it's not where the Shiotome encampment is, which is unfortunate.
Alright.
He's just gonna go for the fate here.
Yeah. this is probably going to be the whatever his face is. Oh, a good thing here that you could do here is you can play the Talisman because you know he can't steal it this turn, so he can move him to whatever province he wants.
Yes, that is true. But
I only
other choice right now.
So here's my plan here for this particular conflict, right? You defend with Youth. You play Talisman. You move him over to Border Fortress, and then you flip the Stronghold. Alright, this is fine also. Whatever, you get to draw a card.
You should actually flip his Stronghold. Maybe.
Oh, no, but that means he gets to decide if it's, which way it goes.
Sure, but you'd rather him have to do that now as opposed to do it whenever you actually attack the Stronghold.
Ah, that is true. We'll see here. So this is a firing, so he might try to honor Yunako. I think the Unicorn player should definitely just go for Secret Crash here. Like, what honestly really are you afraid of him having under that Secret Cache though?
Charge for your tone.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, that's going to suck a little bit, but that charge is going to cost 2 with Tetsuko.
Yeah.
And then if you have a Goblin Sneak, your Toma is not that big anymore. Like, you're probably breaking that anyway at that point.
No, he's not playing Goblin Sneak. He's playing Wayfinder and Skirmisher.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Alright, so here's one of the downsides of appealing to the fortunes. If you don't have any characters face up, then it's not going to do anything whatsoever.
Yeah. That is true. And next turn we are going to probably see the censures being online for Wydwen because that palace is probably not going to get killed this turn. It's going to be interesting to see if anything actually dies. Alright.
Yeah, so he's going to defend with his Border Rider.
Yeah, he gets to ready that with the encampment, like the first action after this conflict, unless he Peasant's Advice it away.
A military ring, right?
Oh yeah, he actually has to have a military ring cap. I forgot that. I thought it was literally just a ready.
Yeah, so, I mean, most of the time they are going to have one.
Yeah.
I mean, he can also just ready it with its own effect, so it's no big deal.
That is true. Huh. Yeah, losing the firing here though is pretty bad. I think still like flipping your stronghold, like flipping a conflict is probably the correct move here. Forcing Wydwen to play like military cards to win. Like we've seen like 2 katanas are gone, a Banzai is gone. Like you whittle down his options for military and that just means you are probably going to smack him about in military.
Ooh, assassination. Yikes, okay.
That is so fucking ballsy.
Alright, so that's the second assassination. No more assassinations for...
That is so fucking ballsy though, holy shit! He's gonna have to go air, like the first military air, the first conflict, right?
Yeah, I mean, like one good thing is that like since you're playing against, oh, he got keepers from that too.
Oh my god, yes, that's actually brilliant. Oh wow, that assassination, huge. Oh, attack Secret Cache. You can't attack Shameful. You gotta attack Secret Cache. Like, if he already has charge, Shameful is infinitely worse. Like, you gotta attack Secret Cache here.
He's gonna go. Yeah, he's just gonna send everybody.
Oh no. Oh
he's
no.
The keeper right now. Oh, he's going for Shameful though. Oh yeah, he's okay.
Oh no.
So yeah, like you said though, he does have to bank a lot on Wydwen not already having charge. One good thing is that since Tetsuko is attacking, it's gonna be 2-cost charge.
No, he should definitely just go for Secret Cache here. Oh, he's going air at least. That's good. I think air is 100% the correct choice here. When you're down to...
You don't want yourself to die, and you want to turn on some of your other cards that need
Especially
honor,
because this shameful display is probably going to dishonor the youth, which is going to get sacrificed, and then you're down to 1 honor otherwise. Right?
Yeah, I mean, you can actually kill the Border Rider if you really felt like it. Or I guess, like, but whoever doesn't get dishonor between the youth and the Border Rider, since the Border Rider is pretty much outlived its usefulness at this point. It's already readied itself once. And then you're probably going to be using the Shiyotome encampment on Tetsuko.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. Oh, wow, this is... yeah, he's not even going to win this conflict, unless he has stuff. He's actually not going to win this conflict. This is bad.
Wait, why is he not going to win this conflict?
Because Yunaka is going to go up to 6, and then he's going to lose 1 from Border Rider, so it's 9 to 6, and then he's going to swap youth down to 0. So that's another 3 lost. Alright,
yeah,
that's actually...
But he's still winning them.
Oh yeah, that's true. Ah, sorry. I forgot. But still, yeah.
But the problem is you're not gonna break here unless you spend some more cards. You will at least be able to
trigger your thing, yeah.
Yeah, trigger your stronghold, but let's see. Then you'll have Border Rider and Tetsuko for another attack.
Oh, Banzai!
Banzai's gonna come out on Tetsuko.
That's like...
Is he gonna pick Banzai? He is gonna pick...
This is so, like, this is super bullshit. Like, if your tomb gets charged now, that's not very good, is it?
If Yoritomo does get charged here, he's gonna come out as a 7, and that's actually going to be not enough.
Yeah, but he hasn't swapped youth yet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he hasn't swapped youth yet, so...
I don't like that. That is a ball Z as fuck.
Wydwen does not play Assassinating that.
I think he might be regretting that decision.
I mean, if he did, then he would just win right here, right? But, he is not.
Oh wow.
Dude, this deck is so weird. I just really don't.
Oh, this is such a scary matchup. If only he had broken like Shameful earlier. Yeah, there's Yoritomo.
Alright, he's here. At long last, we see Yoritomo come into a match.
Yeah, and he is going to lose this airing now.
Yeah, well, unless he has another card to play. So, it has to make up the difference of -3. And... unless he has...
Double
I mean, he
Ash?
has 4 fate right now, right? So he could Cav reserves. He could...
Oh, Cav Reserves is a really good, is a really decent option, right? No, Cav Reserves is actually pretty bad.
Does he not have anything in his discard right now? He has an infantry and Master of the Swift Waves, right? Oh no, infantry. You can't get infantry, so you just get Master of the Swift Waves and 2 Battle Maiden Recruit.
Yeah.
And he passes.
I mean, he's still winning. He's still winning, so he gets to do a second military conflict, which he will break on. Like, there's no doubt about that.
Now the scary part is going to be what happens if Wydwen has a dishonor effect for himself.
Yeah, like a peasant's advice.
And then Yoritomo can attack again.
Yeah.
But I guess nothing he does is really that impactful right now, and so you basically just win a ring, and I guess you get a break too, but you can't actually outright kill him this turn.
Oh wow.
Wydwen's gonna bonsai. Okay, is he gonna spend the honor? Yeah, I think so. So you spend a fate and honor to get +3.
+3.
Which means Yunako is still online.
Yeah. I think you have to give this up and just accept that you're gonna have to win the airing on your first attack next turn.
Yeah. If Yoritomo attacks again, he's actually not going to be that big, because you're going to have to spend at least one fate on Peasant's Advice.
Yeah. That is very true. Yoritomo is actually... And he's going to be dishonored, so he's only going to be a...
Yeah, any dishonor effect that you have right now, you're going to have to spend one fate on. It's either me calling in favors, or it's going to Peasant's Advice.
Yeah. Is that all the Banzais from the Scorpion player? No.
I think he's on 3, so that's only 2.
Yeah. And we can see another charge as well.
Oh yeah, we can see charge on Shoju.
Yeah.
Does Wydwen have backhand compliment? What kind of deck do you think this is? This is ninjas, not dishonorable things.
Yeah.
I guess there's not that many ninjas in this either. It's just Yoritomo.
Man, it sure would have been swell to have enough honor to play Unleash here.
Yeah, I mean, Unleash the Jin would straight up just win the conflict.
Yeah. But you don't have the honor for it.
Pass from Unicorn.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce his name?
Like, his
Discord, or his Jigoku name.
I don't know.
Okay.
Aidbuster? I don't know. It's not a Swedish word, if that's what you're wondering.
Yes, that's what I was asking. But alright, so Wydwen's going to win that conflict, which means no Shiotome encampment, no air ring for the Unicorn player.
Yeah, I mean, at least the Unicorn player is first next round. So there's a decent chance of just slamming air first attack next round.
Yeah. Oh, there's Peasant's Advice. I mean, I guess you might as well just go ahead and shuffle that back in.
I mean, if you want to make,
you have to, right?
If you want to make a military attack, he could otherwise like defend it, like and stop you. What would you go here as Wydwen? Water? I think you go water, right?
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot that the border rudder can actually ready itself too. So he was actually kind of fine here, but yeah, I think you have to go water so you have Yunako available to defend. Water or earth, I think, are both fine.
Yeah.
But he's gonna go water. Going to appealing to the fortunes. Yoritomo gonna be sitting at what is it? 4? So that's actually enough to break if just the border rider defends.
How is it 4? Oh, the money. The money.
1 plus the money, and then also the Kyuden Bayushi effect.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, this is not fantastic. I mean, we could see a double invocation from the Unicorn player to win, and then sack the youth, and then have the Keeper initiate attack or something. I don't know.
Wait.
Why did you defend with both? It's not gonna help. I think you need to attach Talisman here. Talisman of the Sun.
And just go to the border fortress, might as well, right?
Yeah. And then you flip the opponent's stronghold, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he could have calling in favors, and then that would feel really bad.
No, but it doesn't matter, because, like, you're just gonna have to accept you're gonna have hammer Shameful every turn. Like, and if he can't really move you over to Secret Cache, because that's on declaration, so it doesn't actually do anything. If he, I mean, it does pull you off the stronghold, I guess, but...
I mean, you also just don't have your talisman, too, so...
Yeah, okay. I don't like defending with both here.
Smarter token saying, hindsight, Shameful put Wydwen up to 3 skill that he won a conflict. He actually didn't use Yunako's effect, so he still had another -3 available, so... I think that...
-2.
-2.
No, yeah, -2, because the +1 is active regardless.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. So, yeah, -2. Chat saying he needs to defend with both to trigger HMT. I think you're kind of past that at this point. Even if you trigger HMT here, what are you gonna attack with?
You probably have a what's his face?
Like a Wayfinder or something?
Yeah, a Wayfinder at this point.
Sure.
Then you just hammer like the Earth Ring or whatever. I mean, you could also defend. You could also drop the Wayfinder into this conflict and defend with, and have the initiate attack. Like if you have, he didn't run court games. Did you say?
No, he does not run court games. So he's gonna defend with both here.
That's
only gonna put him at 2, so he's gonna have to spend another military pump on this.
He needs to spend 2 military pumps. Like, there's nothing he can play that just puts him over. He's gonna have to have double invocation.
No, he can still have another bonsai.
Okay.
No, no, he can't. He can't use it because he only has 1 honor.
I mean, he can do a invocations and a bonsai, I guess, but wait, why is there's only 1 fine katana in the discard pile of Wydwen? He had 2 sneaks with katanas on them. I'm not imagining this. I know he had double sneak with double katana at some point.
This is true. I don't know what happened to it though. Let me see. When did it die? That was last turn, right?
Yeah. I'm not imagining things, right? That's a thing that happened. Double sneak with double katana.
Okay, here's 1. And the other sneak. Oh no! The other katana came from the unicorn player because he played it on him to break the.
Oh. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I see. Then this is super perilous because I think Wydwen has more military buffs in his hand, either another bonsai or like katanas. But I mean, Invocations of the Ash is okay to play here on the Border Rider. Oh my goodness!
Force of the River here. Okay.
That is a good card right now.
Yeah, so Wydwen's gonna pass, and all the dudes are gonna come out.
Yeah. All right. Force of the River. Liking it a lot.
But what does this actually do for the unicorn though? I mean, like
he gets to do another military attack.
Sure, he gets to do the military attack with.
Well, he can have another Force of the River.
He could have another Force of the River, which would be enough to break. Yeah, I guess it's true.
Like, yeah, this is. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I think definitely go hammer the Earth Ring here in next attack, because I think that this Yunaka is going to be alive for the rest of this game anyway, so you just want to get rid of cards from his hand and draw cards yourself. Especially since you're down to 1 honor, so you can't really draw next turn. Oh, this is going to be spicy. Force of the River, if he can buy his like if he can double Force of the River on this Wayfinder, he's actually in a pretty darn good position to just do stuff next turn. Which would be cool. Like, this would be really cool. Actually, how low does Wydwen go on honor here? Like, he could have duty, obviously.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
Yeah, but Wydwen will actually go down to 2 honor this way as well, because you attack and you trigger Force of the River, and then you break Shameful, and then he doesn't defend. Oh, that's a charge.
Okay. So now he's winning again.
Alright.
So charge was a net, what, 3? 2? Plus 2?
Plus 2, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good to have gone, though. I think he's
still 1 charge remaining.
I think the Unicorn is desperate trying to piece together a way to break. That's Talisman. Neat.
Okay, so he's gonna move us to the border.
Nope, I think he just passes.
No, he's gonna move it. Why? Oh, I guess he's just gonna go ahead and pop the other rally now. Yeah, okay, that's smart. Wait, no.
What is he doing?
No, don't do that now. No.
He's lost. He's lost the game.
Oh no, he's gonna switch into political.
That's it. He's lost the game. Borderite is going to die.
Wydwen is mad confused right now. Yeah.
Borderite is going to... No! What is it doing? Why even move?
So Wydwen's saying he wanted to switch, but I think it might not be letting him. We can reverse it to no flip if you want.
Holy shit, that's such a stupid move. Oh my god. Don't do this to me. My heart. Sweden, what are you doing? There's no reason to do the flip.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what is happening right now, as far as like, did Wydwen miss the trigger?
I think Wydwen missed the trigger.
Or if it just didn't show up for him, or I don't know what's going on exactly.
Yeah, because like this is GG for the Unicorn player. Otherwise, there's no reason to even move off appealing to the fortunes. Like, why?
Yeah, he was winning the conflict already. You didn't need to
just
do that.
Pass, sacrifice the youth, attack with the keeper. I am madly confused right now.
So I don't know. They haven't said anything yet. Yeah, he missed the trigger, so I think he's just gonna let it rock.
So, I'm just gonna double check. No. No. Oh, come on, man. Don't pull that. Alright, so it looks like he just missed the trigger. But
yeah, so I think I think Wydwen is just gonna accept his mistake here. Is what happened. So yeah, I think they're just gonna play on.
I don't like this. I think they should have rewinded like twice then. I think honestly like the fair thing to do there is just rewind twice.
Yeah, I think so, but it looks like that's not going to be the case here. So, but regardless, it looks like the Unicorn didn't have enough sauce to actually break that shameful. So he's going to get the Earth Ring, but Wydwen will get the favor here. He didn't lose his center in the process, though.
I don't know, man. I don't like that. I think the decision should have been to just accept that rally wasn't flipped.
I think so. I mean, I don't know. Like honestly, like both of them just kept on playing at that point. So it's hard to say. I agree with you entirely, but. Yeah, and then we're gonna see
like since both said they did like mistakes, like maybe in his head he was like way too eager to do whatever, and he's sort of like didn't figure out like oh, this was shit, right? So he probably caught himself as soon as he fucking clicked it, right? But then on the other hand, Wydwen either missed the trigger or didn't get the trigger. which also is like a super feels bad moment. So
and now we see double yurt, and that puts Unicorn completely out of Dishonor range there.
And also into like the range of using Unleash or whatever. I think honestly, like 100% the fair thing should have been that Rally is still unflipped in that situation.
Yeah, it's interesting too. Like, you know, if Wydwen's gonna say, okay, well, I need to finish this because I don't feel well, so, you know, why don't you just go ahead and and accept the decision or, you know, take your.
Can we just go in as a judge at this point and say
it's
that?
not on us, man. It's,
I mean, can we just
streamers?
I mean, yeah, but can we like
So I mean, we can try to find somebody and call them in, but
call MD in?
but I mean, if both players are fine playing on, then we can't.
I think this just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Like in general, for the integrity of this game, I would have been fine with him, like both players just agreeing it to. All right, it's not flipped. I think that would have been a good middle ground, like the misclick from both players, or like one player got like way too ahead of himself and doing like stupid shit, and the other player like missing a trigger. I think that would have been like a middle ground, because like both of them probably would have. I don't know.
Okay, I see Shoot in the chat. Or actually, Shoot and Leoneth are both here, so. Yeah. But yeah, and it's too hard to. I don't know. My take is, okay, like, so like if they wanted a judge ruling, then yeah, my opinion would have been, okay, let's go ahead and just say Rally is unflipped. But because they kept on playing, and because they both seemed to be in agreement that okay, that we're just gonna keep on playing, then you can't do anything about that.
Yeah. Okay.
So, for the time being, you know, our job here is to just keep on trucking with the game as is, and right now it looks like we're gonna get an attack on Shameful with the Wayfinder and the Border Rider, and also Tetsuko. This is gonna be strength 6, which actually is not that much, and Wydwen's gonna be able to defend with strength 7.
I imagine we're gonna see a charge.
Actually, no. Sorry, I forgot that Yunako was honored.
I imagine we're going to see a charge and a cavalry reserves here. I don't think there is a world where there is not a charge and a cavalry reserves here. On the other hand, Wydwen does have the Imperial Favor now, so he could have censures. One censure is gone, like discarded with a Earth Ring, but it could be more censures in his hand.
Yeah, we see 2 City Allies here, which actually, I'm thinking about it now. City Allies is actually not really that impactful in this deck, because you only hit your highest costing event is 1. So I guess you get a bunch of free events, which is cool. But
yeah. Okay, so leaving that, let's go into the mindset of this conflict then. This Shameful display is basically not going to do anything. It's going to reduce 1 skill for the Unicorn player. The yurt goodness. Yurt flip the yurt. Wow. That is actually pretty fortunate for the Unicorn player. Like, yeah. he rebuilt the yurt, flipped into another yurt.
And yeah, it's a lot of honor gained right there. So, completely out of risk of dishonor now. So this is just gonna be a fair fight for conquest.
Yeah. Right, so the cow can move in or out the conflict at will. I imagine we're just gonna see like stuff like cavalry reserves and probably unleash the Jin. Like how much skill can I get with cavalry reserves? Youth, and double border rider is probably the best move. Right.
You're gonna get a charge on Shono here.
Yeah, I mean we could see censure from Wydwen here, but it will cost him 1. I don't
I think
think.
if you have it, you go ahead and burn it.
Yeah, but he knows like the cavalry says and shit is coming as well. Right.
Sure, but, yeah. I mean, I guess you're just gonna lose this regardless, though. So you might as well play to what you already see. Can you? Oh, well, let's see. How does City of Lies interact with Tetsuko?
You reduce the cost and then Tetsuko increase the cost.
So if you're at 0, you don't go to. You still have to pay 1, right?
Yeah. No, what?
Right? Or no? Like if your event costs 0, I don't actually know.
I think it's just plus 1 minus 1. So that's it. Right, so Force of the River comes out. We do have 8 to 8 now. I imagine Shono is just gonna fire.
Okay. Oh no, Takawa's gonna come in, but yeah, Shono's gonna fire. It's gonna be plus 5.
So he's winning but not breaking. This shameful display is proving unbreakable.
And so we're gonna see a pass here. That is gonna. Oh, okay. Fine Katana comes out.
On the Border Rider. Yeah, makes sense. It's a good point to steal it with calling in favors, to be honest. It still costs 2, but... Alright, so now it's calling in favor cost 1. We're gonna see it stolen to Takao, I imagine, so we can ready it afterwards. And double City of Lies, so he's going to probably, steal that for free. Instead of paying 2 for it.
Alright, so there's a pass all the way, and then.
No, it's still action from Wydwen here. It's going to be a calling in favors. See?
Yeah, calling in favors on Takao is nice. He's still losing though, so Stronghold is still gonna get triggered.
He might have to actually play like Cavalry Reserves here or something.
Which is fine. I mean, you're sitting on an 8 fate right now. You know, well, you could still have Censure, so that is kind of scary, right?
Yeah, I guess. That's why he played Banzai now. Trying to bait out.
Yeah, and then Banzai's going to be enough anyway, so.
Yeah, unless the Wydwen has the last Banzai. No, oh yeah, last Banzai for Wydwen that would be.
And this is also the last Banzai for Unicorn.
Yeah, that is true. I imagine we might even see Unleash the Jin here from the Unicorn player if we see like a Banzai to counter from Wydwen. Like Wydwen has held on the onslaught impressively well. Right, so currently Shameful Display is breaking.
Yeah, Wydwen only has 6 cards left. Okay, Goblin Sneak comes in. That's going to be a 3 fate Goblin Sneak, though. And you're still going to be breaking.
And now you can't afford any of the cancels. You can't cancel anything. Like
yeah, so I don't know. This is a this is a bad look right now. This is Shiatomi Akama's going to be online. Tetsuko's going to be ready, and I think he's just going to attack military again and kill him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think this is some clear tilt from Wydwen right now.
Yeah, which is just super unfortunate. They could easily just have called a judge and have us resolve the situation.
Yeah. So every card, yeah, it's definitely unfortunate. He had the win after that mistake from Unicorn. But it looks like this is not going to be the case anymore. We're gonna see. Wait, who died?
The Force of the River.
Oh yeah, the Force of the River. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So Shiotome. Oh, okay. He's actually going to Shiotome the Shono.
Yeah, why not?
I guess so. I guess he's more skilled than Tetsuko, but you can just go ahead and lock him out on with Tetsuko. But you're attacking here with strength 7. It would be 6,
What do you mean?
8. Sorry. Okay.
I
was saying like if you ready.
I'm still stuck in my head on the whole rally flip controversy. Sorry, I'm not completely in this game anymore because that's just. I think it's just unfortunate that the game goes down like this. Like extremely unfortunate, like for everyone involved, because obviously everyone has like fought very hard to get to this point, and it sucks. Like.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate, like I had a game like this happen to me once where like I made like a completely bonkers misplay and then just sort of dragged everything down after the fact. And I guess it sucks, especially if it's this far in the bracket and
he could have.
You had the potential win right there.
Yeah.
So.
It could have, it was so easy to, like, you were up on scale, just pass and do the thing. Like, just do the sacrifice and get going. Easily could have been done.
Yeah. Interesting here, I guess Wydwen, okay, he's going water, so he can actually ready someone he can ready Yunako to defend.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yunako's pretty big here.
So he might actually break the border fortress here. And then he'll have Yunako standing, but even then, that's not really enough. That's going to be 7 skill as opposed to versus 6, 8. Okay, so he can actually defend without the break happening.
I think you're also sort of okay with the break happening. Maybe. I don't know. He's going in with Takao. Takao is, let's see, 3-5-6 with the favor. I mean, you could also move this to appealing to the fortunes.
Actually, he can bow to the Shono, so I think that might actually be a little.
I think you're okay with that since he has fired his ability.
Right. Oh well, no. Well, yeah, he already fired his ability, but he has the most stats on your board right now.
Yeah, that is true.
So either way, it's a net loss of 6.
I think he does. I think he do move this over to the appealing to the fortunes though, and just brings in masters. Oh, you're gonna defend. That's
my thought is if you have cavalry reserves at this point, I don't think it matters.
No,
I do think
probably not.
Sitting on maybe on one more century. So
yeah, I
have to worry.
The thing is here, like. If this all played out without that unfortunate like rally debacle, I think you just literally attack, like you just hold something back here, attack political into rally to the cause with whatever to trigger it, and then you just don't care anymore, right? Or you can use the border fortress here to trigger your own rally to force this over to political. I don't think the Scorpion wins on political here.
He is going to defend. Okay. He defended with the keeper too. Wow. Owning Mass comes out, so he's actually been winning here. That's actually kind of slightly a problem. I mean, I guess you have the talisman still, so you're kind of okay.
I mean, Shadow 713. He can't ready Tetsuko with like anything unless you have another rebuild. Like he needs to have a rebuild to ready Tetsuko.
Yeah, the Shiotome encampment was already used on Shono.
Yeah.
So he's gonna flip his own rally, and win the conflict. So now it all comes down to whether or not Wydwen actually has the last century. So the attack's gonna come in for the border rider.
And this would have been an unflipped rally, basically, if this was.
Sure.
If everything perhaps went down as it should have last turn, which means the cavalry service wouldn't have happened.
Is cavalry service mill only?
Yep. I mean, we could see the captive audience, actually. That is also very possible.
I mean, you only lost one of them earlier, and he was on 2.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens here. It's I imagine like Wydwen might say something here, like manual this to Paul or whatever. If I don't know.
I think if he wanted to do something, he would have done it earlier.
Oh, this is actually a political Earth going in. So I'm guessing he thinks this is unflipped in a matter of sense.
He might just be poking Earth to try to kill the Censure and then play a conflict character afterwards with the.
Yeah, also makes sense.
Or I don't I don't know what's going on now.
I am massively confused as well. This has been a bit of a. Alright, so
that is
it is a political. So I'm guessing they might be playing it out as if this were an unflipped rally.
No, I think he's actually just poking political just to try to kill the Censure.
Oh yeah, but I mean, this is probably the. Oh, ha! This. Wow. Okay, that is. Unfortunate for Wydwen.
I mean, he is on 3, so you could have another one.
Oh yeah, but now you're into like super unlikely territory.
Yeah, there's the Wayfinder.
Oh, he only has one. Like, the way he plays this, he only has one cav reserves. If he has the third Censure, I think he's just screwed. Maybe.
Not screwed per se, but definitely not in a great. Cav reserves, you have to play it here if you have it. Yeah, there you go. Cav reserves is gonna.
Yeah, everything basically. Do we have the last Censure for Wydwen?
is that really all I can put in here?
Yeah.
Oh no, but okay. It's vote of youth. Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
And
Yep, no Censure, and so that should be GG. All right, so some unfortunate stuff here, but at the end of the day,
Sweden. It feels a bit. It feels a bit hollow. Like the victory feels hollow. I mean, I'm obviously super stoked, but I would have been super stoked if the unfortunate bullshit didn't happen last turn.
Yeah, it is definitely unfortunate. Although, granted, if things had happened correctly, then
this would have been the end situation.
This wouldn't have even happened. Sweden would have just died. But
No, you know what? If things would have happened correctly, he would have just passed on appealing to the fortune and taking that win right there. Like, it wouldn't have mattered. Like, he would have just taken that win, and everything would have played out exactly as we saw it now. Like, the political attack with the board ride to flip the rally, and, all that stuff happening, and this being the end result. But I don't know why he moved it. I don't know if Wydwen misclicked or didn't get the prompt or whatever.
Yeah, maybe Wydwen was just like so shocked that he moved in the first place that he just didn't know.
Yeah, he moved it and then his insta click passed and was like, oh shit. We don't know. Like, we literally don't know. I imagine there's going to be perhaps some explanation. Wydwen also said he didn't exactly feel excellent, like physically ill at some point. He said, like, I'm not feeling very well, let's just finish this.
Yeah.
So, a lot of unfortunate things really happened.
But yeah. But Sweden walks away with the W, so congratulations to Sweden for winning the first Discord World Cup in very exciting and entertaining fashion, I would say. So
yeah, and
whether or not you wanted it to happen exactly this way, I don't know exactly if that's what you wanted, but you know what? A win's a win. You take your W's where you get them, and congratulations.
Yeah. And the chat is completely correct. If the rally would have been allowed to flip last turn, the Unicorn player would have died a terrible death. But I also think that that should not have been clicked. Like, I don't know what he was thinking in his head. Like, a charged Choju. Why on earth would you even attempt to flip a rally? It doesn't make any sense at all in my head.
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes you just get so tunneled into like one particular strategy that you think of, right? It's like, oh man, like this would be such a great answer to win in this conflict. I can do this thing, and I don't really care what else happens. I just want to do my my sick play where I flip your rally and then you flip it, or like I flip your rally and then you can't flip it whenever you need to flip it, but then you forget about the other things that can possibly kill you, like so. It just goes to show you, I think, one of the awesome parts about this game. Like, there's so many decision points. There's so layers of strategy, and it's easy to get lost in them because there's so much depth to it. So.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me, handsome Dan.
Yeah. Not a problem. This is about the time that I need to go anyway, so it actually ended up working perfectly.
Yeah.
So. Thank you for casting. Thank you for having me on, and congratulations again to Sweden.
Thank you everyone that watched, and I guess I'll see everyone next time.